Chao, moved forward and pointed at Wu Yu's head. I said, let me see how many blades you can withstand. Knowing she couldn't escape, she said, wait. I am willing to die and hand over the immortal divine doctor to you, but can you promise me one request? If you don't, I will self-destruct my body and you'll get nothing. I, upon hearing this, didn't rush to act and asked, tell me, what is it? Wu Yu said, this request should be very simple for you. I just want you to pass a message to my daughter, Shi Jiao. For over 6,000 years, I have wronged her. Hearing this, he suddenly said, I don't think it's necessary. You should tell her these words yourself. Upon hearing this, Wu Yu was shocked, my daughter, Shi Jiao. Did you kill her too? He retorted, daughter. Isn't she your pawn? She's lucky to have survived until now. He then withdrew the hot weapon in his hand, turned, and walked ahead, saying as he left, I won't kill you. Once you go out, just keep your mouth shut. I believe, with your current achievements, you won't be that foolish. Wu Yu thought in disbelief, him and Shi Jiao. In this person's eyes, he clearly seems cold and heartless, but he spared me because of Shi Jiao. Then she called out to him, wait, take this. The colorful clothes were also thrown to him. Gu Chang'e did not refuse, instead saying, wait for me at the life gate. Gu Chang'e then walked towards the origin demon realm. He thought to himself, if she grows up, maybe the demon realm will change and evolve to a higher level. At that time, perhaps a demon immortal will appear. But just in case, I can't wait, even if it's wasting time. After that, Gu Chang'e jumped in without hesitation, to absorb the origin. Half a month later, a huge purple vortex appeared in the sky of the demon realm. Everyone was surprised and discussed, this strange phenomenon in the sky has lasted for more than 10 days. Are we going to be exterminated? Is a disaster coming from the heavens? Shi Jiao and the gods had been observing for a long time. Someone asked, what exactly happened in the demon realm? Someone else said, I have never seen such a world-shaking phenomenon in my entire life. The old chancellor, sweating profusely, said, Your Majesty, this. Shi Jiao encouraged, don't panic. Although this phenomenon is very conspicuous, it's not the end of the world. Despite saying this, she secretly thought, could this be related to Gu Chang'e's purpose for coming to the demon realm? What exactly is he doing? At this moment, someone at the door said, it's been half a month, why hasn't he come out yet? Jun Bufan sent a voice transmission, asking, Sister, what exactly is the world under that ancient well? The sister responded, it's a small world. If Gu Chang'e enters there, encountering father and them would only lead to death. Let's wait. Once father comes out, we'll be safe. Jun Bufan sneered and said, Sister is right, there's at least a quasi-emperor level presence there. He should pay the price for his arrogance. Jiang Leshen, however, happily said, has he already died? The opponent might be the demon emperor. Bai Lianer then asked, you seem so happy. What if I tell Gu Chang'e about this? Upon hearing this, Leshen snorted coldly, he's a suspicious person and will only think you are sowing discord. Do you think he'll believe you? Just then, Bai Lianer took out the shadow stone. Leshen was terrified upon seeing it, you're so despicable. At that moment, a beam of purple light shot up from the ancient well to the sky. They were all stunned, someone is coming out. The aura is so terrifying. The power of the purple light gradually gathered. Then Wu Yu walked out, it's the demon emperor. Jiang Leshen was sweating profusely and anxiously said, it's over. Qing Chang'e is definitely dead. Bai Lianer transmitted a voice message, don't act impulsively, you won't even know how you died. Leshen asked, that bastard, is he really dead? Bai Lianer retorted, weren't you just happy a moment ago? Wei Bufan saw the person and recognized him, that's the Wu Yu demon emperor, Shi Jiao's mother. Song Wei said, this is the first time I've seen an existence at the demon emperor level. Wei Bufan happily continued, so does this mean father and the others won? Seeing the people below, Wu Yu also recognized them, Jun Ruashi. That person over there should be Wei Bufan. The grandson who still didn't know anything continued to laugh like a madman. Ha ha ha. Ching Changa calculated everything, and in the end, he calculated his own death. At this moment, Ching Changa poked his head out and suddenly asked, huh? Who died? Bai Liener and Leshen both said in unison, Ching Changa. Jun Ruashi also asked in disbelief, Wu Yu Demon Emperor and father are sworn siblings, what's going on here? Wei Bufan, even more shocked, asked Ching Changa, you didn't die, then what about father? Ching Changa pretended to be foolish and answered, how would I know? Didn't the Xianyang Demon Emperor die 6,000 years ago? Wei Bufan incredulously asked, huh? You? Jiang Leshen thought to himself, what is this strange sense of security? Meanwhile, Bai Liener silently observed, his cultivation has become even more unfathomable now. Ching Changa then said, everyone, let's go back to the imperial capital. He turned to Wei and said, oh, being able to catch Wei Bufan this time, Miss Wei deserves a lot of credit. I will tell Shi Jiao about this. Wei could only say, young master Ching Changa. He continued, and Miss Wei Jiao, when we return, I will request Shi Jiao to spare your family. Wei Jiao, thank you, young master Ching Changa. Before she could finish, Ching Changa continued, Miss Wei Jiao's name always reminds me of a fool wearing a mask. Wei Jiao asked in confusion, huh? A fool wearing a mask? Wei Bufan, seeing how close the three were, shouted angrily, no wonder Ching Changa was able to find me so easily. Wei, sister. I didn't expect you to betray me too. Wei Jiao responded, I'm not your sister. Wei also said, you make me feel unfamiliar. Jiang Leshen stepped forward and slapped Wei Bufan, scolding, be honest. You're nothing compared to Ching Changa. The scene shifted to Shi Jiao, who was still observing the sky. The strange phenomenon in the demon realm has finally disappeared. What exactly is that person doing? Are we really just in a transactional relationship? Just then, Ching Changa suddenly appeared. Is Her Majesty the Queen thinking of me? Hearing the voice, she turned around and smiled, asking, has young Master Ching Changa finally decided to return? Still. Suddenly, she widened her eyes, recognizing him, you are. Wu Yu, standing next to Ching Changa, spoke, Shi Jiao, you have suffered all these years. I am sorry, my dear. Shi Jiao, seeing Wu Yu, also had tears in her eyes, calling out, Mother. Mother. She shouted as she ran toward her. Wu Yu wiped away Shi Jiao's tears and said, you've grown up. Shi Jiao, in disbelief, asked, is it really you? Over 6,000 years, where have you been? Ching Changa turned to leave at this moment, bidding farewell, you two are reunited, so I won't disturb you. Watching him leave, Shi Jiao thought to herself, looking back, it wasn't all just business. Wu Yu also said, the power and achievements of the Qing family's young master are truly something rare in my lifetime. If you have feelings for him. Shi Jiao immediately replied, he is already engaged, you and he are just fine like this. By the way, how did mother react when she saw him? These years, you. Wu Yu replied, I will slowly tell you. The scene shifted elsewhere. Jun Jiao saw her father being released and shouted, Father. The old man saw his daughter and shouted, Jiao, this time it's all thanks to your relationship with young Master Changa. By the way, I heard that he will return to the upper realm soon. If you want to follow and become a concubine. She immediately said, Father, young Master Changa seems to dislike my name. The old man asked, what? In a certain place, Jun Bufan shouted loudly, let me out. Let me out. He had 648 points of luck above his head. He shouted, Gu Changa, what do you want to do? He was holding his hand and said, of course, I'm here to take you to see your father emperor. Don't keep him waiting too long. He didn't believe it and shouted loudly, what? Impossible. You're lying. My father emperor is the demon Emperor. He's a true Taoist. Unconcerned, Gu Changa said, just go down and see for yourself, won't you know? Hearing this, Jun Bufan was extremely scared and asked, you want to kill me? You swore not to make things difficult for me. Gu Changa, are you really going to joke with your own Tao heart? Gu Changa then said, that thing, I never said it. After that, he suddenly squeezed his hand. The system immediately notified, kill the child of destiny, Jun Bufan. Congratulations on obtaining. Congratulations on obtaining the sapling of the world tree. Seeing this, he thought, this should be related to the origin of the world, right? Forget it, I'll just put it in the world for now. Half a month later, everyone came to send off Gu Changa, and Shi Jiao reluctantly asked, have you decided to return? He replied, the matter has been resolved, of course, it's time to return to the upper realm. Luoshan saw that. He kept squeezing something, so he asked, are you going or not? Shi Jiao then added, remember to take care. Upon hearing this, Gu Changa said, if you can't bear it, you can come with me. Bai Liener, seeing that he was still throwing bait, pulled Luoshan and said, let's go first. Jiang Luoshan, being pulled along, couldn't help but say, young Master Changa isn't afraid your Ming Kong will be angry? I've seen it already, and today you're bringing back another queen. This doesn't seem like just a threat. Hearing this, he frowned. Then he thought of the scene where Ming Kong threatened with a sword, and Shi Jiao by his side said, this monarch does not have the habit of becoming a concubine. Ming Kong angrily cursed, Gu Changa, either she dies, or I die. You decide. Thinking of this, he said no more, turned around, and left, take care. I'll visit you when I have time. The demon realm still needs you. Hearing this, Shi Jiao agreed, okay. Soon, Gu Changa gradually disappeared into the teleportation array. Wu Yu then said, maybe you can get pregnant in these half-months. Shi Jiao replied, he is a heartless person, he won't let such a thing happen. Wu Yu smiled and said, but he's not a heartless person. The scene switched to the Chongqing family. Bai Liener rushed into the secret room and locked by Si Yuan, shouting, Father. Master. Hearing this, the elder also responded, Liener. Gu Changa didn't make things difficult for you, right? She replied, I'm fine, now I work for him. Seeing that her father was fine, she thought, Gu Changa didn't lie to me. At the Gu residence, the subordinate reported, Master, Princess Luoshan has already returned to the Taisu Divine Clan. He then asked, what happened during my time away from the upper realm? The subordinate answered. The burial demon abyss erupted, demonic energy soared to the sky, and the Xian Kong Buddhist temple was nearly destroyed. Many monks from the Buddhist mountain died, and even a Buddha could not suppress it. Hearing this, he thought to himself, it seems like it's time to go out after all. She must hate me so much. My best disciple. A bloodthirsty female demon in red clothes drew her sword and attacked. In a certain place, the scenery was incredibly dreamlike. Qing Di was sitting by the water, playing. Gu Changa flew over and asked, you're here? He replied, just came to see you and check on that little guy. The little bai in the water was energetically chasing the fish. Qing Di replied, I don't have much to show. Gu Changa immediately complimented, no, you're very beautiful. Little bai has improved a lot recently. You've worked hard. A massive dragon carp came charging, wanting to swallow little bai. Qing Di casually said, it eats a lot and grows quickly. At this moment, little bai opened its mouth and swallowed the huge fish in one bite. Qing Di continued, I just watch it eat every day and don't interfere. Gu Changa took out a few accessories and said, I brought back some little trinkets for you from the demon realm. Qing Di picked up a comb and asked, speak, what is it? He didn't beat around the bush and directly said, I want Qing Di to go to the burial demon abyss and check on the seal there. Qing Di did not refuse, have you remembered something? Upon hearing this, Gu Changa immediately broke into a cold sweat, what? At this moment, little bai flew back and called, Sister Qing Di. Then, Little Bai unexpectedly transformed into a girl. Gu Changde was also surprised and said, she can actually transform. I'm your master, didn't you see? Little Bai loudly said, you mind your own business, I don't recognize you as my master. Gu Changde laughed and said, I still prefer the way you were just playing around. Little Bai ran to Qing Di's side and said, you're the one causing trouble. Humph. Gu Changde then said, Qing Di, you've spoiled her. I'll take my leave now. Qing Di replied, A moment later, father, you were looking for me? The boundary stones of the 8 desolations and 10 domains are almost running out. The 8 desolations and 10 domains were the places where a great battle with the upper realm broke out in the past, weren't they? Back then, the 8 desolations and 10 domains were defeated, and they had to retreat. Many of the strongest joined forces to open the lower realm boundary stone sea beyond the borders, which contains inviolable power. The higher the cultivation, the harder it is to break through. Even those who have attained Tao are powerless. It has become a barrier between the upper realm and the 8 desolations and 10 domains. The old father also agreed, saying, that's right, according to legend, only when the 2 realms merge and the immortal path reappears can cultivators break the curse of being unable to become immortals. Today, the various great orthodoxies have decided to send out their armies, taking advantage of the collapse of the laws, crossing the boundary stone sea, and merging the 2 realms. Gu Changde cupped his fists respectfully and asked, does father intend for me to lead the clan to expand our territory? The old father replied, this time, the 8 desolations and 10 domains will probably have many emperors involved. Concerned about your safety, I plan to have your second uncle take the lead first. Hearing Emperor Realm, Gu Changde thought to himself, I've killed 4 of those people before. Then, he asked outside, so, father called me here for. The old father continued, you now have the highest prestige among the younger generation, go inspire the elites in our clan and the affiliated forces. Gu Changde answered, yes. Then, the old father said, you may leave now. Gu Changde did not leave, but instead walked forward and noticed his father's eyes were swollen. Ah, father, mother. Must have caught you stealing a bite, right? Mother's really ruthless, still not recovered. Father, as the head of the family, you should pay attention to your image. The old father angrily said, you should mind your own business. The scene shifted to a few days later. Gu Changde stood in front of hundreds of warships and gave a speech, the 8 desolations and 10 domains are nothing but the hiding place of the defeated. How could they stop the 10,000 iron-blooded warriors of the Gu family? This time, we must let the Gu family's name resound and flatten the 8 desolations and 10 domains. Everyone excitedly shouted, flatten the 8 desolations and 10 domains. Flatten the 8 desolations and 10 domains. The 2 gate guards who saw this were discussing, I heard that the young master won't be going with the army, he has other things to do. Someone nearby said, now, the young master's strength is so profound that even the esteemed elders can't see through him. They even said they aren't his match. Isn't that strange? Another person replied, our young master is just that outstanding, otherwise, how could he keep bringing back saints and princesses? Gu Changde thought to himself, although the 8 desolations and 10 domains have been defeated repeatedly, the situation often changes. At such times, the upper realm seems to have the upper hand, but there are many hidden dangers. I always feel this matter is not simple. It's time to take out the treasure. After Jiang Luoshan returned, she also saluted her father, Father King. Her father asked, I heard you went to the demon realm with him. That guy is despicable and shameless, Luoshan, you've suffered. Once our clan is strong enough. Suddenly, she said again, Father King, I think we shouldn't be at odds with him anymore. Actually, he is not bad to his own people. She thought to herself, I just think you can't defeat him, in the end, he killed you. The elder's eyes flashed with light.